On behalf of McAllen ISD, a two-time A-rated school district, and our Board of Trustees, welcome to DQ Fan Field in McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We wish all those competing the best of luck, and we hope that you enjoy the competition.
Tonight, it's the La Joya Palmview Lobos taking on the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. An exciting District 16 5A Division I action. How do you do? I'm Mark May along with Mario Reyna. Back for another year of football night in McAllen. This will be our second Mustang game. They had a really exciting win last week. They were over against McAllen High School overtime win. Tonight taking on the Palmview Lobos, who are hungry for a victory. And Mario, how do you see this game unfolding tonight?
Well, I know that McAllen Memorial Mustangs, like the last 10 years, they look to run the ball. Can they run the ball tonight? I do believe they had like 640 yards this year. 620 has been on the ground. So that's going to play out really important. Of course, field position is really important. There's a slight wind, and I don't know if they'll take effect. And, of course, like any game that you expect a close game, Mark, avoiding the turnovers is very, very important. So we shall see if that plays out.
All right, yeah, the run, the field position, and turnovers always a very big factor with these teams, or in just about any game, really. Let's take a look at a video now. Running back, he's having a big year in the backfield for McAllen Memorial, McAllen ISD. Troy, we're able to check in with him at practice this week. Let's check it out.
McAllen ISD Troy, and I'm a junior running back, and I also hunt and kick for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Our main job is to get yards for the team and, take care of the football, move the team down the field with the help of my linemen, and end up scoring 6 points and get a touchdown. Every play is my favorite, and my favorite part about it is definitely seeing the whole play develop. It's real cool seeing it develop before it even happens, and that's what I love about the sport. Just acting upon it is pretty cool. My drive going into the game is definitely, doing it for the team and doing it for the school. Stats and all that stuff just, it comes along the way, but I'm happy at the end of the day when we win a game.
And we're back, and let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight for McAllen Memorial. Looking at their offensive backfield, the sophomore Derek Silva there in the backfield again, and we noticed a little change there at running back. Marcos de la Cruz moving from his receiver spot in place of the injured Alanis Troy. Alanis Troy will give it a go tonight, but we'll have to keep an eye on him. Then you've got Cortez, Dylan Goodson taking his spot for Marcos de la Cruz, who's moving to the backfield. So Goodson will be a wideout. Eric Rodriguez, a mainstay at tight end. And then looking at the offensive line, a lot of experience there with 3 seniors in the middle and then juniors on the bookends in Thomas Gomian and Carlos Rodriguez. And they're taking a look at the defense tonight for McAllen Memorial. On the defensive line, you've got Diego Nelson at one end, then the Marcos de Ochoa, one of their captains in the middle, Mark Villarreal, and then Ismael Ramirez starting for the first time at defensive end in place of Jacob Martinez, who you can see there has moved to linebacker. Juan Fuentes will be in the middle, and then Daniel De La Cruz on the outside. For the secondary, the corners, Mauricio Canales and Chris Hernandez. Hernandez, a big game last week. And then the twins, Jaden and Jalen Muhammad, both of which have played with that wrecking ball mentality from their safety spots. They will be back there as well. Right now on the field, they are introducing all of the seniors for the JROTC program. You can see them out there in the center circle. They're recognizing all their seniors. Tonight, by the way, is homecoming for McAllen Memorial. So they're celebrating the classes, all the graduating classes of previous years from the 2012 2002 and 1992 and even 1982. 82, by the way, the very first graduating class in the history of Memorial High School, which opened up back in 1980. Wonderful look there at the setting sun there, Mario, and you can see the scaffold there for the band director where they practice in the parking lot. And there's our color guard. They're giving a round of applause right now for the senior cadets. See some of the Palmview kids applauding as well. Nice gesture of sportsmanship there. And here's our JROTC color guard. The right guard, Cadet Private Ivan Solis. The left guard is Cadet Private Vanessa Corona. Carrying the U.S. flag, Cadet Private Joanna Yasa. And the U.S. Marine Corps flag carried by Private Dante Martinez. And we appreciate Colonel Alfredo Longoria and Sergeant Romando Rodriguez who guide that program. They're now recognizing the Veteran of the Week out there on the field. They do this every game for the Mustangs, Bulldogs, and Warriors. And this time it's a recognizable face at Memorial High School, Coach Oliver Vidas and his lovely wife, both of whom are coaches at Memorial High School. He's an assistant coach with football and baseball, served 4 years in the U.S. Marine Corps during Operation Enduring Freedom. And we appreciate him for his service.
Absolutely right.
And now they're doing a very special moment here, and we'll pause and listen to this, the anniversary of 9/11. Let's listen.
High School Junior OTC Marine Corps Color presents the colors for tonight's game. Carrying the U.S. flag in freshman cadet private Joya.
Introducing the color guard, but just a moment, there'll be a moment of silence for the tomorrow, which is the 20th anniversary.
The right rifle is sophomore cadet private Evan Solis.
Always, forever will be known as 9/11.
Private
Never
Vanessa
forgotten
Corona.
that. Wow, 20 years already, Mark.
As amazing,
Would everybody please
amazing to me
remain
is
standing
that
and remove their hats and caps
none of
for the
these
singing of our
students were even
national
alive when that happened. For them, it is in the history books. And, of course, vitally important that we never forget that.
The Memorial High School National Honor Society President Janine Medrano.
Now we'll pause for the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Wonderful job by Miss Ariana Cox and Miss Janine Medrano, who are both with the Memorial High School Choir. Wonderful job that they did there under the direction of Mr. Omar Samaniego. Now we see the ROTC color guard coming off the field, just a moment away from kickoff. La Joya Palmview, under 8th-year head coach Majay Requenas, is 1-1 this year, 0-1 in the district. They opened with a win over La Joya, 24-21. Then they lost to Nicky Rowe last week in their district opener, 43-20. And then the Mustangs. Go ahead,
If
Mark.
there was a team that got impacted by COVID last year the Lobos, they only played 3 games last year, and they lost 3 close games, and they were trying to get to the playoffs, so that's why they played those district games. But they lost 3 close games, so, they're excited. They've been able to play. This is the 3rd game already this year, and Coach Margarito has done a great job over there. He has gotten that program into the playoffs 4 or 5 years out of his 7, 8 years of coaching.
All right, we saw the Lobos running out onto the field. Here come the Mustangs. Mustangs will be wearing the Colombian blue helmets and pants with the navy blue shirts. And the Lobos counter with white, black, and red. Some bold colors there. And Memorial the same record as the Lobos, both 1-1, except Memorial is 1-0 in district play. They won against Mackay last week in overtime after losing their season opener to Edinburgh Bailiff. There we see first-year head coach Moses Patterson just took off the headsets. Longtime defensive coordinator, so he's been with the program for many, many years, but this is his first year as head coach. Coach Patterson, you can see he's got a determined look on his face there.
He looks like he's ready to put on the shoulder pad and the helmet and get out there and start blocking. He was an offensive lineman at Edinburgh North. 1-1, he takes the victory last week, and I'm sure he wants another victory so he can get over the 500 mark.
And there we see Mustang fans. 40 years, McAllen Memorial. It's been the second high school after Mackay was the only high school for about 7 decades. Mustangs came in 1980, and Nicky Rowe would follow in 1992.
And where did you go to high school?
I went to Memorial.
So you're going to do a home job here tonight?
Well, no, I'm gonna be fair to both teams. I think.
always have been fair, doing a good job. We just call the game as they play it,
just as it unfolds. And the Lobos are in kind of that similar situation. Memorial being a second high school, then I know La Joya High School was the mainstay high school for many, many years, and then they added 2 ninth grade schools, which became high schools eventually in Palmview and then Juarez Lincoln. That was in the same year, so they went from 1 to 3 high schools. And here's the kickoff, picked up by Memorial on the bounce at the 32, trying to get outside. Not going to get much room, maybe up to the 35-yard line. And the Mustangs will start from there. On the return there was one of the safeties, Jaden Muhammad.
He did a good job of getting the ball and not letting it bounce again. Could have been disastrous, so good job by Muhammad. And then the tackle was Tony Levian, who is also the punter for the Coyotes, for the Lobos, and he is also a very good wide receiver. So I predicted yesterday a toss, Mark. Today I predict a run.
All right, split backfield for the Mustangs. Silva at quarterback's going to hand this off. Big hole here early, and he's off at the 40-yard line in Lobos territory. Now running all the way to the 10 into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Mustangs on the opening play of the game. Ethan Castillo takes it to the house from 65 yards away.
Ethan Castillo had the easy job, Mark, of just running with the ball. A tremendous hole to the right side of that Mustang offensive line, and we talked about it in the last game, how strong they are in the last 2 games, because they played on this field, how strong that offensive line is for the Mustangs.
Here's the snap. There's the kick for the extra point try by Alanis Choi, and it is good. And the score with just 19 seconds elapsed in quarter number 1. It's Memorial 7 and Palmview nothing. Take a look at the terrific touchdown run here by Castillo as we go to break. This is football night in McAllen.
Ever see a vehicle advertised at a price you want and you drive over to get it and it's gone? Don't fall for those gimmicks. Bogus will give you a real deal, and 2 locations right here in the valley. Come see for yourself. It's better at Bogus.
And welcome back to Football Night in McAllen, and there's our early hero, Ethan Castillo. He's got the chain on. Someone who makes a really good play either on offense or defense. They get to wear that for an undetermined amount of times. We take another look at the reason why he's wearing it. Here's Ethan Castillo, untouched, Mario, all the way to the end zone.
Unbelievable, Mark, here at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium on back-to-back nights. Explosive plays last night on a kickoff. Sneaky Warriors wasted no time taking it to the house, and now on the second play from scrimmage, a touchdown. Alanis Choi is in the game as the kicker.
Yep, we'll see if he makes an appearance at running back. This nice kick fielded at the 3-yard line. He's going to run back across the 20, and then tripped up is Tony Villarreal, Jr. We'll see Villarreal on the offense, too, at receiver.
Villarreal all over the place. He's the one that had the tackle on the earlier.
By the way, Adrian Garza making the tackle for the Mustangs. He's only a freshman playing on the varsity. Good play there.
Mustang defense, and keep an eye on Chapa, the running back.
So the starting quarterback is a junior, Christian Reyna. And on first down, they'll hand this off, running to the outside, nowhere to go. They tackled for a loss, but a flag comes in at the end of the play. And on the run there was number 20, Eddie Pena. It's a junior running back. We'll see what the flag is about.
Foul. Face mask. Number 90 on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic.
Those are the type of plays that the Mustang defense do not need, because it looks like the horse collar kind of tackle mark, because that would have been about a second and 18. So instead it's a first and 10.
15 yards, moves it all the way up to the 38-yard line. But split backfield is right under center. Looks like a man may have moved early as they run this up to about the 40-yard line, to a gain of about 2 for A.J. Chapa. I don't see a flag.
I don't either, but that's, I think the receiver timed it just perfectly and took off. 2-yard gain, so it'll be a second and 8. You take a look at the big defensive lineman for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and Ismael Ramirez there, number 61, not a starter last week, but had such a good game. Played his way into the starting lineup. Here's a toss right on second down and 7. And quickly going down, Muhammad on the tackle of A.J. Chapa. Who was able to turn the corner, but it'll bring up third down.
Of course, with the Muhammad twins in the secondary, lots of times you're going to hear their names coming up for a tackle, especially number 33. Jalen Muhammad came into this game as the leading tackler, both as a solo start and also as total tackles. He's very aggressive. He loves to come up and help out.
So third down and 4 here for the Lobos. Moving from right to left. 5-man front for the defense. Reyna wants to throw over the middle. It's broken up, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. Pass intended for Josea Esquivel, a senior receiver.
The protection, if you take a look at the replay, Reyna had ample time to let the play develop, and that should have been caught for a first down. And you got to execute those plays, Mark. You want to stay on the field. You don't want that Mustang offense on the field taking control of the game.
Yeah, Mauricio Canales reaching in there and knocking that ball down just before it got to Esquivel. Nice defensive play, brings out the punting unit.
They're punting into the wind.
And Tony Villarreal's punt can be high, short, but takes a huge Lobos bounce. There'll be no return. And it looks like it'll be killed at the 24-yard line. So the Mustangs will set up there for their second possession. Of course, last time they had it, it was just a one-play sprint up the middle for Castillo for a touchdown, and that's the difference right now. It's 7-0 with 9:42 to play in the first. And we see Coach Moses Patterson walking down the sideline. I'm sure he's enjoyed what he's seen so far. His offense scored early. His defense has held firm. Mustangs start their second possession at the 25. Marcos de la Cruz has moved to the wideout. Alanis Choi's in there now. They're going to give this to Castillo. Nice hole up the middle. First down and more. Now crossing midfield into Lobos territory. Still going. And he's all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Boy, they gave him a hard shot. And he rode that sideline like a trapeze artist on a tightrope.
Nice call, Mark. I tell you, that right side of the line for the Mustangs, and even Tomas Domian coming up and helping out. And Ethan Castillo's having a night already. That might already put him into the 100-yard category, Mark, and only 2 carries.
He's over 100 yards on 2 carries. He's at 108. That one went 43 yards to the Lobos 32. Now toss left. This is Alanis Choi. And he's bottled up for a loss. The Lobos all over that one. Nice tackle by Tristan Quintanilla, the defensive back.
The Lobos want to stay in this game. They have to make and put the Mustangs into 3rd and long. And this is a good start for the 2-yard loss, put it at 2nd and 12. What they want to do, Mark, on the defensive side is put the Mustangs in a 3rd and long situation, make them throw. They've only completed 2 passes in 2 games so far.
Silva handed off straight at the middle. Alanis Choi, a big hole up the middle, and he's going to score. Mustangs increase the lead to 13 points, and Alanis Choi with a 34-yard sprint straight up the gut, and the Mustangs move in front by double digits.
So Castillo and Alanis Choi get credit for the touchdown mark, but it is the offensive line doing their thing.
That's amazing. Alanis Choi was held out of the starting lineup just because he's a little bit shaken up, but looks good out there. In fact, he just hit the extra point, his 2nd of the game, putting his team up 14-0. Here's another look at this.
Right up the middle, Mark. So it doesn't matter if we're running to the side like those first 2 plays that worked really nice. Wow.
All right, let's go to break. Back with more Football Night in McAllen right after this.
Ever see a vehicle advertised at a price you want and you drive over to get it and it's gone? Don't fall for those gimmicks. Bogus will give you a real deal, and 2 locations right here in the valley. Come see for yourself. It's better at Bogus.
Welcome back to DQ Fan Field.
Mark, let's give credit to an offensive line and mention some names. We love Tomas Domian, Alex Avila, Devin Villarreal, Jalen Williams, and Carlos Rodriguez. You know, in the last one right up the middle, I give credit to Devin Villarreal. He must have put in a great tackle. And it's good to see Alanis Choi out there. He's also taking duties. As we know, he is not only the field goal kicker, he's also the punter, and he's also on the kickoffs. What a good athlete.
Some sensational running by the Mustangs here as Alanis Choi kicks this one deep. There's going to be no return. That'll be a touchback, and La Joya will start off at the 25-yard line. And boy, Mario, on 4 carries, the Mustangs, Castillo and Alanis Choi, have 140 yards.
Wow. They came into this game, the Mustangs did mark 3rd ranked offensively. They had 622 yards rushing, and they're already way over there, about the 750 mark. And after tonight, if they continue at this rate, they'll be number 1 in district.
The Mustangs getting 35 yards per carry right now. Just off the charts. Here's a handoff straight up the middle, a little bit of misdirection, gets a couple of yards. It's Eddie Pena on the run. And bring up 2nd down and long.
I was talking to offensive coordinator before the game, Gary Lara, who's a common name here in McAllen ISD. He used to be a head coach at Niquero High School. But he does want to establish the run. That is their strength. But if they have to throw, they're capable of throwing.
Lobos trying to get some first downs here. Reina's going to, out of the shotgun, hand it off. It's Pena again. Gains maybe a yard before he's pushed back by a stampede of Mustangs. Jaden Muhammad in there, along with Juan Fuentes, the middle linebacker, and a couple of others.
A.J. Chapa's a good running back, but like any running back, it don't matter who. You got to have the blocks. It's like Emmett Smith last night in the Dallas Cowboys game. I don't know if he got more than 25 yards. And he's a great running back, but if there's no blocking, I don't care who you are, you're not going to get the yards.
So 3rd down and 7 now for the Lobos. Primarily a running team, but here they'll go with 4 receivers in the formation. Reina rolling out, being chased. He's going to be sacked. Big sack there by the big tackle, Marcos de Ochoa. And the Lobos pushed way back. They'll have to bring on the punting unit once more.
De Ochoa heard that we were giving kudos to the offensive line, so he wants a little credit, and he did a good job on that sack. You know those big guys, Mark, anytime they have a chance to wrap their arms around the quarterback, they're going to do that. That's just like the dessert on the plate right there for those offensive linemen.
Video in there to punt. No pressure. And this is going to be, takes a bounce at the 50. Mustangs elect not to return it. And then a Mustang accidentally touches it, but I think a Lobo had already touched it. So it's a dead ball there, and Mustangs will have it at the 47-yard line. Take a look at the Lobo fan there, waving the flag. A lot of spirit there from, I said Lobo fan, from Palmview High School.
And let's go back to the coin flip, Mark. The Lobos won the coin flip, decided to kick off. They deferred. The Mustangs got the ball with the wind behind them.
And Mustangs on first down will toss this to the right. Big hole here as they advance all the way into Lobo territory to the 44. It's going to be about 1 yard shy of the first down. That's Castillo on the carry. You're going to hurt his average a little bit after he's had a carry for 65 and for 43.
He only got 10 yards, no 8 yards. So that was
just 8 yards on that one.
The mark was again that offensive line controlling the line of scrimmage, pushing back the defenders for the Lobos. First point of contact was about 6 or 7 yards deep.
Yeah, that's a good observation there. Quick step drop, got a new quarterback in there. Rolling out to his right side. Now he's going to keep it, has some room, and then goes out of bounds. A little bit past the first down marker, so the Mustangs will move the chains. That's J.P. Cortez, the junior quarterback, making his first appearance.
Very smart play by J.P. Cortez. He realized that he was going to be able to roll out, scramble, and as he took the replay, did not find an open receiver, did not rush it, knew he had enough for first down, and he took the first down and also smartly went out of bounds. No need to take a hit.
Now a timeout is being called by the Lobos.
That's the first of the first half.
There's our officials here for tonight.
There's some of my buddies there. Referee Caleb Carrasco, umpire Paul Radisson, head linesman Arnold Carrasco, line judge John Garcia, back judge Nelson Nelly Juarez, field judge Alex Gonzalez, and the side judge Lupe Rivera. They've been pretty quiet so far.
Mustang fans having a good time, and we did mention it's homecoming, so they'll have a homecoming king and queen at halftime. Memorial leading Palmview right now, 14-0.
I wonder why the clock is running. Don't understand that, but it's at 22 seconds as we have a smile cam. 14-0, the Mustangs taking control of this ball game, and if they go in here early, it's just, it can be a little demoralizing for the Lobos to be down so early. It's 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
All right, a man goes in motion. That's Cruz, and quarterback rolls out to his left side. Wants to keep it all the way and forced out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So Cortez looking downfield, but never really was sold on the pass. He elected to run it the whole way.
That's another small play by J.P. Cortez. He loves to throw the ball. County reports tell me he's a very successful 7-on-7 quarterback, and that's all they do, pass. So he loves to throw the ball, but it's good to see that he's not rushing it.
Cortez will be under center with Alanis Joy and Castillo in the backfield. 4-down lineman for the Lobos. This will be toss right. Castillo, lead block from Alanis Joy. And Castillo up to about the 35-yard line. Bring up third down and short.
So it's a 3rd and 3, and offensive coordinator Kivo Gonzalez is probably thinking 2-down territory. He knows they've had a lot of success. He knows he can get 3 yards on 2 plays.
On the tackle, Sebastian Leal, senior defensive back for the Lobos. 3rd down and short. Cortez under center. He's a running threat as well as the two backs behind him, Castillo and Alanis Joy. Long count here. Now go off tackle to Alanis Joy. Breaks his way through for the first down and inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards.
Mustang football. Mustang football. Already at 13-0. Instead of 1st and 10 at the Mustang 29-yard line. Lower defense will have to come up with a big stop or get themselves a turnover. They don't want to look at themselves down 21-0 in the first quarter.
Cortez will line up wide to the left side. Sebastian Cortez, that is. JP Cortez under center. And he does play action, wants to keep this, running to the left side. And a nice defensive play there coming up from his defensive back position, Christian Quintanilla. A nice open field tackle.
If he doesn't get Cortez, he would have had a lot more open space. Makes it 2nd and 12. Of course, anytime it's 2nd and 12, it's a running down for the Mustang. It has been over the years. I don't see any difference this year.
Mustangs, a lot of success on the ground. They got a tight end right side. They'll run to that side. This is Castillo. With a nice hole there inside the 25. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.
That right side of the offensive line with the right guard and right tackle doing a good job.
By the way, look at the shoes of Cortez. He's got some gold, like gold glitter on there or something. The golden shoes. JP Cortez going to take a 3-step drop, wants to throw deep on the right side toward the end zone, tipped and incomplete. And the Lobos ready for that as a rare pass by McAllen Memorial. Good defending there by the defensive back, Sebastian Leal.
You know, Mark, and even though the pass didn't work, it does put the defense on its heels that the Mustangs might throw the ball. Gives you something to think about.
It's intended for De La Cruz. It's got an interesting call there to throw on 3rd and short. Now it brings up 4th down.
I'd say
looks
they're
like they'll go for it. So 4th down and 4. Cortez going to hand this off right side. Castillo, big hole, 1st down and more inside the 10, and a touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs. Castillo has his 2nd of the night, and the Mustangs go up 20-0.
Offensive line. Devin, the other center. Doing a tremendous job. Dylan Williams, right guard. Carlos Rodriguez, right tackle.
This is one of the final performances I've seen as the extra point try is low. Goes into the line where it's blocked, picked up by the La Joya, Palmview, and no return there for Sebastian Leal after he was tackled by Derek Silva. And so extra point no good, but the Mustangs still in front 20-0 after this play. This is on 4th down and 4. And Castillo goes untouched almost to the end zone to put the Mustangs up by 3 scores. We'll go to break. This is Football Night in McAllen.
Ever see a vehicle advertised at a price you want and you drive over to get it and it's gone? Don't fall for those gimmicks. Bogus will give you a real deal and 2 locations right here in the valley. Come see for yourself. It's better at Bogus.
And at least one fan over there, Mario, hasn't lost the faith. Appreciate his spirit in Palmview.
Absolutely. Give him credit.
By the way, Castillo has touchdown runs now of 65 yards. That was on the first play of the game. That last one was 23. He's well over 100 yards for the game. In fact, about 140 right about now.
Castillo did come into this game with the 3rd best, 177 yards. He's creeping up on his buddy, which is Alanis Joy, who came in with over 400 yards.
Well, we saw the kickoff by Alanis Joy go out the back of the end zone, touchback. Lobos will have it at their own 25. Coach Moses Patterson Still not smiling yet, although his team is up 20-0. Mustangs have scored on all 3 of their possessions. So 1st and 10 here for the Lobos. Reina hands this off, but there's a whistle. This is going to be a false start against the offense.
4th and 10, false start, number 11, the offense, 5 yards, first down.
First penalty tonight against the Lobos.
What can we say about that big offensive line for the Mustangs, Mark?
I think we've exhausted all the superlatives on that offensive line, and this first quarter performance has just been an absolute clinic by that offensive line. Unbalanced line to the right for the Lobos. They got room here on the right side. Breaking a tackle as Pena fights his way up to the 28-yard line. He'll be short of the first down.
One of the Muhammad twins, and you take a look at the replay, he came up so fast, Mark, that he was too fast right there. He was not able to get the tackle. Because Jalen Muhammad, who usually gets the tackle, was even too fast for himself.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Lobos. They got all the penalty yardage back and then some. Mustangs will go with 5 defensive linemen. Handoff off tackle. This is Pena again. No room there. Bottled up by Villarreal. A couple of other Mustangs, including Nelson.
And up the middle, pretty much for the Lobos, nothing was working.
Just got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
You got to believe the defensive line for the Mustangs got to be pretty good because they practice against the offensive line, so that's got to help the defensive line.
Mustangs defensive lines played pretty well tonight as well. Reina wraparound draw on 3rd down. Pena trying to get outside. He does. He's hit, bounces off a defender, across the 40, has the first down and more, and is up near midfield, but a flag is down.
That was a good run.
That was A.J. Chapa, actually. Or no, excuse me, it was Pena. Yeah, Pena on the carry. Doing a good job.
Holding, number 78 in the offense, in 10 yards from the spot.
At the wrong
Replay,
time.
3rd down.
That's a good first down. Lobos needed a first down with a minute and 30 seconds to go. Good run, a good wraparound. Fooled everyone. Good call by offensive coordinator Gary Lauer.
That's a tough one there as they had the first down. And now they're going to go backwards 10 yards all the way back to their 19.
3rd and 16, Mark. That's tough. And into the wind, if you got to throw, I mean, it's not a very, very hard win as you take a look at number 78 for the Mustangs, and that is Marcos de Ochoa, 300-pound kid.
Yeah, one of their captains, they toss this right, and this is going to be Chapa. Chapa trying to turn the corner, does, but he's going to be well short of the first down. And La Joya will bring on their punting unit.
What makes it hard, Mark, is 4th down, and you're punting from your 30-yard line into the wind. Kind of like the wind is coming from, it looks like, from the east. The Muhammad twins are back to receive.
And both standing around their 45-yard line.
Haven't really seen them with an opportunity to see what they can do, Mark.
And Villarreal's punt's going to be a short one, and it's going to be killed. It's going to be in Lobos territory, killed at the 46-yard line, so the Mustangs will have their best starting field position of the evening.
This is trouble, Mark, to give the Mustangs, the way they're operating on all cylinders on the offensive side, to give them the ball again. And at the 46-yard line,
26 seconds left in the first quarter. Mustangs up by 3 touchdowns. Derek Silva back in there at quarterback. He's going to toss this to De La Cruz. Has room, and he's got that speed. Look out! That's another touchdown for the Mustangs. Marcos De La Cruz lighting up in the backfield. Takes it to the house. for 46 yards, and the Mustangs up 26-0.
Once again, right guard Jalen Williams and right tackle Carlos Rodriguez, the tight end. Let's give him an opportunity. And it's Eric Rodriguez just doing their thing.
Take another look at it before the extra point tries. You see Dela Cruz, once he got past the line of scrimmage, turned on those afterburners and went to the house. Alanese Joy with the extra point try is good. And the score, Memorial 27, Palmview nothing. 17 seconds left in the first quarter of play. And see, ROTC is all into it. Going to do 27 push-ups. We'll take another look at the touchdowns. We go to break. This is football night in McAllen.
Ever see a vehicle advertised at a price you want and you drive over to get it and it's gone? Don't fall for those gimmicks. Bogus will give you a real deal and 2 locations right here in the valley. Come see for yourself. It's better at Bogus.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Mustangs. It's been all Mustangs so far in this first quarter, scoring on all 4 of their possessions. They lead 27-0. The only blemish blocked extra point. But right now the Mustangs, Mario, have 239 yards on the ground. All of it in the first quarter.
What can you say, Mark?
Alanese Joy with the kickoff. And this one's going to bounce into the end zone for another touchback. And La Joya Palmview will get it at their own 25-yard line. And La Joya has had trouble generating some offense. Palmview with 16 yards rushing, no passing yards as yet. And the Mustangs with 239 yards on the ground, including this 46-yard burst by Dela Cruz for the touchdown. Joya at their own 25. Reyna will hand this off. And nowhere going for A.J. Chapa as several Mustangs in there, including Mark Vidal and also the defensive end, or actually linebacker now, number 90, Jacob Martinez.
And Mark, if you're looking at it's total domination by both Mustang offensive line and defensive line.
So we've reached the end of the first quarter. Memorial 27, Palmview nothing. We'll keep it here for the fan cam. You see a big fan there, at least his head there, looking at the scoreboard. And fans having a good time here on the Memorial side, enjoying what they're seeing, up 27 points.
The parent having a good time. The parent having a good time. Good show right there. And kids. ROTC.
So first play of the second quarter. It's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Vidal.
And with the wind behind them, Mark, that might give the Lobos a better opportunity to have some success on the passing attack. Look at that. Looks nice.
Those phones. It's kind of like what you'd often see at rock concerts back in the day. People would have their lighters out to show their appreciation. Now they can do it with their phone. Much safer, of course. Third down, and they're going to try a pass to the left side. This could be a lateral. They're going to say, no, it's an incomplete pass. And therefore, Jalen Muhammad unable to return that.
It makes it 4th and 11, Mark, and with 2 incompletions, the clock stops.
Yeah, this was 3rd and long. And they may have been attempting maybe a double pass there. But anyway, it goes incomplete and bring up 4th down and 11. So this will be the 4th punt for Vidal. This is going to be high and takes a Mustang bounce. And the Lobos will kill this at about the Memorial 48-yard line.
We talked about one of the keys to the game was field possession, and that has totally also been dominated by the Mustangs.
Yeah, this is a classic example of tilting the field. As we see Juan Fuentes, the linebacker, keeping himself hydrated. But the Mustangs are generally starting at midfield, whereas Palmview generally starts deep in their own end. Until Palmview can get some stops, it's going to stay that way. As quarterback in there, Cortez is back in. Going to hand this off on a sweep to the right side for Dylan Goodson, the sophomore. He's held to a modest gain.
That's a play that worked last week against Mac High. Good job on the Lobos defense. They need a big stop, Mark. 27-0 is a lot of points, but if you can get a stop and try to get on the scoreboard, it makes it more interesting. You make it 34-0, it's pretty much a big blowout.
So J.P. Cortez, under center. 5 down lineman for the Lobos. Castillo in the backfield. Alanis Choi will get the call, and he's going to be held to a short gain at the Lobo 48 after he's brought down by Quintanilla.
The Lobo defensive line maybe making some adjustment, coming out a little bit more motivated. The tackle by number 31 for the Lobos, and that is Christian Quintanilla.
Ten and a half to play in the first half. Mustangs facing a 3rd down and 7 here. Cortez wants to throw. Now he's going to take off running. Be bottled up by the Lobo defense, and he's going to be pushed out near the 45. He's going to be short of the first down, but Mustangs are close enough that they might think about going for this.
Oh, they'll definitely go for it, Mark. Imagine. No, they're not.
Fourth and 3 in Lobo territory. We take another look there. See Cortez is able to get by a couple of tacklers, but finally pushed out of bounds by Daniel Guillen. And the Mustangs bring out their punting unit for the first time tonight. I think a timeout called.
Palmview. That's their second in the first half.
Palmview calls their second timeout as they had some personnel issues. So in the second quarter here, the score is 27-0. We'll take a break. Be back with more football night in McAllen after this. Back here at DQ Fan Field, McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium opened in 1976. So it's the largest seating capacity of any school district or any school in the valley. So we see the punt by the Mustangs. It's going to be high and deep. Takes a Mustang bounce inside the 10. Going to be killed at about the 6-yard line. Perfect punt there by McAllen Memorial. Joya forces the Mustangs to give up the football for the first time this evening. But they'll take over deep in their own end, their own 6-yard line.
Here's a score, Mark. At halftime, Donna is up 14-7 over the Mackay Bulldogs.
See a shot of Jalen Muhammad. He plays the kind of center field there in the Mustang secondary. This is his speed to cover that whole open, deep middle area. First down, handoff. Ball comes loose. And I think Chapa able to fall on it. But Chapa had it knocked out of his hands, falls on it for a loss of 1. But the Lobos dodging a bullet there.
Oh, big time. It's good that Chapa was able to get that lucky bounce back.
Oh, great job there, stripping the footballs. Jacob Martinez.
Jacob Martinez doing what he is trained to do. Try to get a a fumble by stripping the ball.
Chapa, good job to follow it. Two tight end formation now, and a full house backfield as they hand this off going to the left side. That's Pena. And Pena able to fight his way up near the 8-yard line. It's going to be third down and long.
I mean, what do you do as an offensive coordinator, Mark? You're trying everything. Trying to run outside, inside, throw the ball, and pretty much the Mustang defense is ready for everything.
Good defending.
The 61.
Yeah, Chris Hernandez, and again, yes, big 61, Ismael Ramirez. Just a terror at that defensive end spot. See Rada in the gun here on third down and 8. Trying to set up a middle screen, hits Villarreal. Villarreal able to turn and then gets hit. He's going to be up near the first down. I think he got it.
He got it. Big first down for the Lobos. Real confident booster.
Yeah, he took a big shot, too. Held onto the ball and got the first down.
Good job by Reina being patient. Giving an opportunity to Villarreal. Villarreal's a speedster. Very dangerous. Jalen Muhammad.
Yeah, Jalen Muhammad lowering the boom there.
He loves to hit, I'm telling you.
The first third down conversion of the game for Palmview. And here, going to try to run this to the right side of Villarreal. Villarreal brought down at the 16. Tackled there and then helped up by Jalen Muhammad. Be awesome, too.
Jalen Muhammad looked like this play had an opportunity. But Jalen Muhammad again on the tackle.
Second down and 12. Clock running at 7:40 to go in the first half. Palmview only has one timeout to work with. They've taken 2 already. On the delay clock all the way down to 1 second. And they did call timeout.
That's your third and final of the first half.
Waiting for the flag, but they elect to take their final timeout. And scored 27-0. Memorial in front. Palmview out of timeouts here. Facing a second down and 12 at their own 16-yard line. Down Memorial Mustangs, 1-1 this season, 1-0 in district play. Started off with a loss against Edinburgh Bela, then they beat Mackay. They've got a big lead here against Palmview. What's next for them? Well, they will be on the road next week, Friday the 17th at Brownsville Lopez. That'll be at Sam's Memorial Stadium. We saw Lopez get beat to Nicky Rowe last night. And then speaking of the Rowe Warriors, it'll be the Warriors and the Mustangs. And boy, what a great match that'll be on September 24th. We'll have that one here for you. As the Warriors who like to throw it and the Mustangs who like to run it. And then they've got Pace, Donna, Brownsville Veterans Memorial, Porter, and Wesco East.
And here's a surprise score within the district at halftime. Brownsville Veterans Memorial up 17-0 over Wesco East. How about that?
Second down, 12. CC Reyna wants to throw, has time, lets it go, and it's caught by Villarreal in stride. There he goes at the 50, at the 30. Mustangs catch up to him near the 20-yard line. Huge play there for Palmview.
And that's the athlete on the Lobos side that Coach Gary Lauer was telling me. He's trying to get him out there, and very skilled athlete. But give credit to the Mustang defense. They have a lot of speed. Good throw by Reina. He had plenty of time. Put it right where he's supposed to put it.
Yeah, how about that? 64 yards on this play before Jaden Muhammad and Mauricio Canales combined on the tackle. And all the way down to the Mustang 20. Biggest play of the night by far for Palmview. Now they go first and 10 in Mustang territory. Sweep left side. This is Chapa, forced out of bounds by Jaden Muhammad. There's Chapa on the carry. Gets it to the 16, a gain of 4.
And with that big pass, Mark, that kind of softens the defense a little bit to be preoccupied with the passing also.
They've got kind of a wing left there as they run a sweep to the left. It's Chapa once again. short gain, and then the Mustangs stuff it after he picks up about 3 yards. So bring up 3rd and short.
You know, the Lobos also have a pretty good running back, speed on George, but I think he's injured and hasn't played. That got to hurt that offense because he has a combination of speed on George and Chapa. It's a good dual threat, but not playing so far.
That's 3rd down and 3 for Palmview. Last half of the second quarter, as they throw a short pass, goes incomplete, intended for Chapa. We had Jaden Muhammad providing coverage. That'll bring up 4th down.
I think it's important for the Lobos to try to at least get some points. I would think they're going to, I mean, I know they need a lot of points, Mark, but they have a real good field goal kicker, but I think they're going to go for it because you do need, no, they are going to kick the field goal. It'll be a 30-yarder. This kid in the warm-ups was pretty accurate. I don't want to jinx him.
Yeah, 30-yard field goal attempt here for the Lobos. There's the kick away, plenty long enough, and it's good.
Good.
Good job there by the Lobos. The kick good by Jose Esquivel. And the Lobos are on the board with their first 3 of the night with 5:39 to play here in the first half.
And that's a good call by Coach Kenneth. Try to at least get us some points there. Lou makes it 27-3.
Yeah, 30-yarder is good. And that was an 81-yard drive there, Mario. But remember, they started at their own 6. They had that 64-yard completion to Benrial and settled for a 30-yard field goal to put themselves on the board. They trailed 27-3 here with 5:39 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, that big play, of course, was Berrial. Tony Berrial. Noticing at the scoreboard, Mark, they're talking about annual superintendent's fishing tournament. Is that coming up pretty soon?
It is coming up soon, October 1st and 2nd, a Friday and Saturday. And that'll be at South Padre Island at Jim's Pier. It's a terrific venue. It's the 3rd annual Fishing for Kids tournament, which provides money for scholarships to high school kids. So a terrific cause as the Mustangs muff the kick. They're going to have to return this. This is De La Cruz, hit in the backfield, and then runs his way up to about the 13-yard line. That could have been way worse for Memorial, but they'll set up now with their worst starting field position of the evening at their own 13.
So that weekend with a superintendent's fishing tournament, which is what's that all about? That's going to be a penalty on the kicking team. So Mark, on the fishing tournament, where do those proceeds go?
It goes to scholarships for high school kids, and it allows them to travel as well to other universities, so they can visit universities and see what the college life is all about. As we take another look at this replay, as De La Cruz had muffed it, had to pick it up out of the end zone, broke about 4 tackles there, fought his way up to the 13, but the Mustangs dodged a bullet on that because the Lobos called for offside, and they'll have to re-kick.
Yep. You know, that weekend, I do believe on October 1st, none of the McAllen football teams, high schools, are playing. So here at the stadium, we're going to have a big event, kickoff to the McAllen Kids Marathon.
Yeah, all 3 McAllen teams are off that particular weekend. And the annual McAllen Kids kickoff, the first mile, will be right here at this stadium on Friday, October the 1st. Be a little different this year. They're going to do it in the evening. It's traditionally been a morning event. We'll get a bunch of kids out here and run that first mile, and they'll run an entire marathon over the course of the fall semester, finish up in January at the final mile, which is that City of McAllen event. Here's De La Cruz with the lot of room at the 30, now hit at the 40-yard line and goes down at about the 43. So the Mustangs improve by about 30 yards in field position following the penalty. Speaking of which, a late flag has come in. Let's see what that's about.
And of course, the previous penalty hurt the Lobos because they were going to pin the Mustangs down deep in their own territory.
After the play. personal foul. Late hit, number 6 of the return team. Be 15 yards from the end of the run. First down, McAllen Memorial.
And that penalty is going to push the Mustangs back 15 yards.
Taking another look at it here. Yeah, Dela Cruz picked up that ball around the 15-yard line. Had a lot of room. And there was a late hit right at the end of the play there. It's kind of just off to the left on the screen there, but a late hit is going to cost them 15 yards all the way back to their 28. Mustangs only have 2 penalties in the game, but they've both been costly, both 15-yarders. So we've got a officials timeout. Now they're ready to play. Caleb Cortez, our referee. And the Mustangs on first down lose control of the football. And I think the Mustangs able to get it back. Silva falling on it. But the Mustangs lose a couple of yards.
That's why it's so difficult to coach, Mark, because you have the momentum clearly all the first quarter. And the kids are all hyped up, and then all of a sudden you see yourself up 27-0, and you start to relax, and that's when the mistakes start to come.
The Mustangs see if they can put some more points on the board before halftime, but facing 2nd and 11, Silva in their quarterback. Hands off straight up the middle, big hole here. Still turning his way toward midfield. Just a determined power running there for the Mustang running back.
Nice run, Mark. We haven't called his name.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, and I was going to tell you, what is his name?
Yeah, not on our roster, so we'll check at halftime, but a great run there, all the way up to the 48-yard line. A 25-yard run there. Now a toss to the right side, trying to turn the corner here. Able to pick up the first down into Lobos territory. Flag comes in late as Arian Elizondo is forced out of bounds.
To run, holding, number 5 of the offense. Be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay, first down.
That'll erase the nice run there by Elizondo. We'll take another look at it.
That was a tight call, Mark. I don't know if there was really a holding there.
Because it was a spot foul, Mustangs only lose a net of 7 yards instead of 10. So they're back at their own 45. First down and 18 now. And here's Silva. He's going to hand this off to the fullback. That's Alanis Joy. Or excuse me, that's one of the backup running backs. He's up to the 49. Four-yard pickup.
Good tackle by the defender, number 4, Jose Guerra.
So Silva in there at quarterback. Mustangs facing a 2nd and long here. Going to toss this right. Elizondo hit in the backfield and then just thrown down like a rag doll by Leonel Pulido. Big defensive lineman there for Palmview.
Good play by Pulido. He had the initial push, which is rare in this game.
This will bring up
down.
Yeah, they'll bring up 3rd down now. They lost 3 yards on that play. Mustangs now facing 3rd and 17. Just 1 for 3 on 3rd down tonight. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Four receivers in the formation, a shotgun. Silva to throw this, and this is caught by Cortez. Able to turn into Lobos territory. Going to be short of the first down, but gets all the way down to the Lobos 41.
A good catch by Cortez. And after he caught the ball, his quickness allowed him to get 4 or 5 extra yards. Good pass.
Yeah, 13-yard pickup.
Silva. And that makes it a doable. If you take a look at the replay, Cortez using his speed got an additional 5 yards. It makes it a doable 4th and 4.
Ian with the tackle on Cortez. 4th down and short. They're going to hand this off. Here's Alanis Joy. Hit at the line. Fights his way through. First down into Lobos territory near the 25-yard line.
And I'll tell you how many times, Mark, Max Alanis Joy looks like he's going to be brought down, but he's very strong with his legs. He broke 2 tackles, and then he gets an extra yard.
Yeah, Mustangs 16 yards on that pickup there on 4th down and 4. All the way to the Lobos 25-yard line. Minute and a half to play in the first half. Going to go on his Joy again, trying to get it outside. Is forced out of bounds at the 20, and that will stop the clock. Quintanilla pushing him out of bounds.
Pretty good crowd out here tonight, Mark.
Yep, Mustangs, by the way, closing in on 300 yards rushing for tonight. They're at 292. Could conceivably get that before halftime. So we're about a minute, 22 seconds left. Second down and 5 now for the Mustangs. Silva fakes the handoff, wants to throw over the middle, wide open, caught at the 15, picks up a block, and a touchdown. Touchdown for the Mustangs. And how about that? It's the tight end, Eric Rodriguez.
Mark, did that really happen, Mark? Did that really happen? Did the Mustangs throw the ball and got themselves a touchdown? And you know what? This is scary for defensive coordinators in this district because they know they can run the ball, and if they can get a couple of pass plays to add to the problems for defensive coordinators, it's going to be big.
And the extra point try bounces off the upright. It is no good. It's a hard kick there by Alanis Joy, but goes off the upright.
Nice rollout. Quick pass. This is the first pass completion, I think, that number 45, Eric Rodriguez, has caught, Mark, so he wanted to take advantage of it. Got a touchdown out of it.
And Goodson with a nice block to spring him for the last 5 yards. We'll be back. And we're back here on football night in McAllen. And Mustangs having a terrific night this evening. Eric Rodriguez with a 20-yard catch. I believe that's the Mustangs' first passing touchdown of the season. They lead 33-3 with a minute 13 to go before halftime. Palmview out of timeouts. Alanis Joy with the kick, and this is going to be kind of a squib kick picked up at the 30. Palmview returning this all the way up to about the 37-yard line. Nice little return for Mark Guajardo. And Palmview will have 1:06 to work with. Again, no timeouts for them. One thing they have to be careful of, Memorial, with their 3 timeouts, if they get some stops, they might use them and try to get the ball back.
That's right, Mark. I think the Lobos will be happy, even though we're down 30 points. They'd rather just go in there and see they can regroup and try to make positive things happen in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
So Reyna out of the shotgun, going to throw this left out of the backfield. His running back Peña bounces off one tackler and gets a first down, and is able to get out of bounds in Mustang territory at the 48. Could not have executed that any better. 14 yards and a first down.
I don't know if he went out of bounds, Mark, because the clock continues to run. I thought they would stop the clock after first downs, but
they should have.
The clock is still running.
Clock running at 35 seconds as Reyna rolls out to the right side, and he's going to get sacked. A flag comes in from the other side of the field as De Ochoa and Nelson converged on Reyna for the sack, but we'll see what the flag is about.
During the run, personal foul, hands to the face, number 85 of the defense. Be 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic, first down.
That's going to help the Lobos cause. Puts the ball at their own 32-yard line, Mark, with 28 seconds to go.
all the way to the 32 after the penalty. Mustangs with 4 penalties. Just not very much, but 55 yards in penalties in the
Keep
first
an eye
half.
on Villarreal.
And here Reyna wants to throw. Delays his throw, gets it to Villarreal, but it's broken up. That'll be an incompletion. It'll stop the clock with 12 seconds left.
And it's a good thing it was an incompletion, Mark, because if he would have caught it, he would have gotten a first down. And then the clock probably would have run out. Good job by number 7, Chris Hernandez, on that defensive play. But this actually gives Lobos another opportunity, because that would have been completed. The first half would have been over.
Yeah, they have no timeouts.
I expect a bomb here to the end zone to number 11.
So Reyna to throw.
There it is.
Gonna go deep left, intended for Villarreal. Caught! Touchdown! Palmview with the late score. And Villarreal with the patience to wait for that one to come in, brings it in, and has the first TD of the night for Palmview.
I just hate it, Mark, when I'm right once in a while. Of course, I'm not going to say how many times I'm wrong, but I expected that opportunity into the end zone to Villarreal, and it worked to perfection. And they'll take that little momentum booster. And of course, Villarreal expect him to be on the first team All-District selection. What a nice pass by Reyna on that one.
Yeah, that was terrific. 32 yards to Villarreal from Reyna. And the Lobos will go for 2 here. And goes in motion. That was Chapa. Reyna to throw into the end zone, and it's incomplete. The 2-point try is no good. Looked like it was intended for Jesus Hinojosa. And so the score remains 33-9 with 6 seconds left before halftime.
There's a replay on a touchdown. The Reyna to Villarreal.
Yeah, nice catch there for a 32-yard score for the Lobos. We'll be back. The score's 33-9. Football night in the McAllen will continue after this. We're back here at DQ Fan Field. You see the Lobos mascots. One of them has a soft drink there. I'm sure even Lobos get thirsty at times. And the Lobos on the board here in the second quarter as they go with a kind of a onside kick there, but the Mustangs ready for it. They fall on it. It's kind of a nice job there for number 45, Eric Rodriguez. So it looked like the Mustangs did have their hands team out there. Rodriguez had tied in. Also out there was Adrian Garza. And Mustangs have it at their 46. And with 4 seconds left, probably just run it one time. Mustangs with 292 yards rushing in the first half. So it'll be Silva at quarterback. Looks like a long eye, probably more of a victory formation here, as I think they just want to snap it. That's what this is about.
On offense, 5 yards, replay, first down.
So a harmless delay of game will move them back 5 yards. Looks like a victory formation. Silva under center will take a knee, and that'll do it for the first half. Memorial 33, Palmview 9 here at the half. And we'll keep it here for the Teacher of the Week kick. This is something sponsored by Performance Therapeutics. And one of the teachers from the Mustang staff will have a chance to win $100 if he can make this kick from 12 yards away. That's Mr. Edward Blaha. He's a history teacher at McAllen Memorial, very popular with his students. World history teacher. Here he goes. And oh my goodness. Not quite. for Mr. Blaha, but we appreciate his try, and we appreciate the opportunity from Performance Therapeutics. So let's hear from the La Joya Palmview Marching Band, and then it'll be homecoming ceremony for McAllen Memorial as we celebrate all the previous graduating classes, all 40 of them, from McAllen Memorial High School. All that coming up here at halftime. We'll have some stats for you before the second half kickoff. See you in a few.
This week's Ruby of the Week, Elizabeth Mendoza, Karime Castellanos. The Rubies are under the direction of Ana Flores. All right, Rubies, it's showtime!
Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention?
If you taking notes.
3, 2, 1. We about to go off. When the speakers go blow, blow, blow. Everybody turn up. It's about to go down. Make the whole room spin. Turn the bass up loud. We about to go in. And we can't stop now. Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? I was feeling in the club, looking cute all by myself. I didn't kick into his goodness, showed him what he wanted to sing. Do I have your attention? 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 This is deadly, it ain't deadly. They say I say yes, man. Then I serve them up the blam. Where my phone, get my cam. Post this picture on the gram like that's how bad a chick I am. Now, do I have your attention? 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 Do I have your attention?
The award-winning Palmview High School Lobo Band. the production entitled On Dark Green. This year, 2021-2022, drumming, Ashley Rodriguez. Nobleman, the field is yours.
Palmview High School with a band is under the direction of their band, Jacob Banda, Diego Joya, Ashley Lopez, Joel Hernandez, and Adrian Joya. The Lobo Band would like to take this time to thank the entire La Joya ISD community, our Board of Trustees, our Superintendent of Schools, the Mustangs, and Central ISD Administration, Principal of Palmview High School, lieutenants and administration, our teachers and staff, and most importantly, our parents of our wonderful students here at Palmview High School. We look forward to seeing you at our next performance. Oh, Lobos!
Being a Mustang means being a part of a culture rooted in traditions that are greater than any individual. As Mustangs, we celebrate those traditions while creating lasting memories and lifelong friendships. Mustangs constantly challenge themselves inside the classroom and further their leadership abilities through extracurricular activities. Being a Mustang is about countless opportunities, getting chills every time you hear the fight song, giving back to Memorial and the community, and having that Mustang pride that grows long after graduation. This week, we have been celebrating our homecoming, and one of the highlights is the announcement of our king and queen and the introduction of their court. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Memorial's 2021-2022 Homecoming Presentation. We'd like to welcome back all of our Mustang alumni here tonight. First, we'd like to announce the winners of our homecoming court. Our 9th grade Lord and Lady, Joseph Rivas and Alana Garcia. Joseph is the son of Nakima Rivas and Raul Garcia. Joseph is actively involved in football and basketball. basketball. Alana is the daughter of Diana and Omar Garcia. Alana is involved in cheerleading and student council. Our 10th grade Duke and Duchess are Manuel Villa and Chantal Salinas. Manuel is the son of Manuel Villa and Susana Baez. He is a member of the baseball team. Chantal is the daughter of Cynthia and Lauro Salinas. Chantal is a member of the volleyball team. Eleventh grade Prince and Princess are Sander Wasilewski and Ashley Luna. Sander is the son of Lori Wasco and Alfred Wasilewski. Sander is a proud member of the Mustang Band and the National Honor Society. Ashley is the daughter of Lorena and Francisco Luna. She is currently involved in choir, HOSA, and the National Honor Society. Congratulations. And now, I direct your attention to the center of the field as we introduce our homecoming king and queen nominees. Homecoming King nominee, Mr. Mauricio Canales, son of Lisbeth Riquelme and Mario Canales. Mauricio is a member of the football and track teams. He plans to attend Texas State University and major in criminal justice. Homecoming Queen nominee, Ms. Jana Alvarado, daughter of Lila Sarco and Raymond Alvarado. Jana was a member of the basketball team and is actively involved with her senior class. Jana plans to attend UTSA and major in criminal justice. Homecoming King nominee, Marcos de la Cruz, son of Rosa de la Cruz and Jaime de la Cruz. Marco is a member of PAL and a student ambassador. He is first team All-District Student Athlete of the Week. Marcos plans to attend Baylor University and major in pre-med. Homecoming Queen nominee, Themis Flores. She is the daughter of Ruby Trevino and Jacinto Flores. Themis has been involved in track for 4 years and qualified for regionals 2 years. She plans to attend UTSA and major in marketing. Homecoming King nominee, David Garcia Jr., son of Nidia Garcia. David is a proud member of the varsity diving team and is qualified for the regional meet. He plans to attend UTSA and major in business. Homecoming Queen nominee, Lauren Isabella Garza. She is the daughter of Mariel Garcia. Lauren is a 3-year varsity cheerleader where she serves as captain and is vice president of the National Honor Society. Lauren plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin and major in biochemistry. Homecoming King nominee, Mr. Fabin Ortiz. He is the son of Susie Ortiz and Roy Delgado. He has been a member of the tennis team. He has enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps and will be deployed for boot camp June 2022. Homecoming Queen nominee, Miss Jordan Gutierrez, daughter of Jennifer Flores and David Gutierrez. Jordan is a 4-year varsity member of the softball team, involved in FFA, and a member of the National Honor Society. She was named Co-Defensive Player of the Year in softball. She plans to attend Tarleton State University and major in physical therapy. Homecoming King nominee, Mr. Eric Michael Rodriguez, son of Amy Rodriguez and Ernesto Rodriguez. Eric is a proud member of PAL and the National Honor Society. He is currently a captain of the football team and an Eagle Scout. He plans to attend the University of Texas in Austin and major in Bio-Pre-Med. Homecoming Queen nominee, Mia Zamora. She is the daughter of Rebecca Zamora and Ruben Zamora. Mia is actively involved in PAL, senior class, and a varsity soccer member. She serves as an ambassador for the Superintendent Board and is involved with the National Honor Society. She plans to attend Baylor University and major in international business. And now, Mr. Pedro Alvarez, our principal, will crown this year's Homecoming King and Queen. Congratulations, Homecoming King, Marcos de la Cruz. Our Homecoming Queen, congratulations, Miss Mia Zamora. Thank you to all our homecoming court and all our nominees. And thank you to our students for participating in our festivities that began on Monday and will conclude tomorrow night with our homecoming dance.
Mike check. Hey, guys. Hey, appreciate it, man. You make life a lot easier, brother. Amazing
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, where your Mustangs are up 33-9. As we're getting ready to start the second half, we're proud to be here, Mario Reina, with the legend, Mark May. Take a look at this halftime stats, and you can tell, just go to the rushing yards on the Mustang side. That tells the story right there, 291 yards. Total domination by the offensive line and good running backs as the Mustangs showing their will, their power, and they're up 33-9. Mark, what else do you see on those halftime stats that come out at you?
Well, yeah, again, the 291 yards is pretty amazing for only one half of play. But also kind of impressive if you follow Memorial, the 33 yards. Yeah, but they don't have that very often, as we see the little Mustangs come running across the field. These are future Mustang students. They go to elementary schools and will become future Mustangs in just a few short years.
And I like how some of the football players are laying out the high fives. Congratulations, Mark, to the King and Queen today. As you have been announcing, it is homecoming activities. And the Queen was Amaya Zamora, and the King, Marcos de la Cruz, also playing a good football game here tonight. Number 3 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, what a night De La Cruz has had. A 46-yard touchdown run, and he's homecoming king. And congratulations to Miss Mia Zamora as well, homecoming queen for 2021. Tony Villarreal got to receive for the Joya Palmview. You might remember they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half, and scored right at the end of the first half with 6 seconds left. Now have a chance to build some momentum here at the start of the second half as Elenice Joy, the big kickoff, fielded at the 4-yard line. That's Vidal. Has some room to the outside. Little stiff arm and forced out at the 30-yard line.
Vidal with a pretty good kickoff. He had a great first half. Scored that much-needed touchdown towards the end of the half. So what do you do at halftime, Mark? If you're coach Moses Patterson, you pretty much have dominated the first half, but you got to play a second half. You got to keep that momentum going into the next district game. So how do you protect from getting too flat and losing that momentum?
Yeah, I think you got to keep doing what you're doing, playing good hard-nosed football. As Reina on first down will toss it to the right. This is Chapa trying to turn the corner, does a little bit before he's bounced out of bounds. Looked like Martinez got the last contact there as Chapa picks up a gain of 2.
The defense for McAllen continues to shine with a lot of pursuit. They have a lot of quickness. Once again, Muhammad almost came up with a tackle.
Okay, 2nd down and 7 now for Palmview. Split backfield behind Reyna. Villarreal to his right. It's going to throw right deep. Villarreal can't quite come down with it. Had picture perfect coverage there by Canales. Or actually, let's make that number 6, Javi Gomez. Playing in there at defensive back, and Gomez with a terrific play.
Yes, he did.
To keep the taller Villarreal from making the catch.
Villarreal was open, but Gomez was right there where you needed to be, Mark.
And how do you do? We're here in the broadcast booth here at DQ Fan Field, bringing you this terrific game, a District 16 5A Division I game between Palmview and Memorial. And Palmview with the ball right now with a long 3rd down and 8 as Reyna wants to throw it. Reyna's going to go deep down the middle this time, and it's tipped away, but there's a flag down.
Oh boy, I don't know if Muhammad is going to agree with that. He went for the ball, and he knocked it down. So maybe he had a little bit of the body. Like to take a look at this replay. Pass interference.
Muhammad brothers back there in coverage.
Before the pass, holding, number 33 of the defense, will be 10 yards from the previous spot. First step.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. As we take a look at the replay, good throw by Reyna. So
that was after the holding call. Terrific defensive play by Jalen Muhammad was go for naught. There will be an automatic first down.
All I can say is that the official was right there. It's easy for us to second guess up there, but the official was right there.
Reyna over the middle, behind the receiver. And defending on the play there was Jalen Muhammad.
I don't know if I want to throw the ball often right down the middle because Jalen Muhammad is always waiting to give you a hit and not make you forget. Next time they throw the ball here, it's going to happen again.
Yeah, it was a little bit behind the receiver who had to reach back for it, kind of slow down and kind of reach back just as Muhammad crashed into him. And we've got the officials' timeout right now with 10:54 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Coaches talking with the defensive players. Next week, McAllen Memorial goes to Brownsville. They'll take on Brownsville Lopez. And for La Joya next week, they'll be at home against the Donna High School Redskins. That'll actually be on Thursday the 16th. Mustangs play on Friday the 17th.
I think this district, Mark, is going to have a real tight district all the way as you take a look at the schedule.
And we can see next week on the 17th, Brownsville Lopez. This is for Memorial. They go on the road, then they're back at home for a game we'll have for you on September 24th. The Nicky Rowe Warriors taking on the Mustangs. That'll be a great clash of styles and a game that could maybe even determine the district champion, as both teams are coming out of the gate really strong. Then they got 2 road games with Pace and Donna. We see Jalen Muhammad. Jalen wears number 33. His brother Jaden wears number 31. They'll play side by side at the safety positions. Here's a delayed handoff. Goes to Chapa. Chapa into the secondary before Fuentes and Jalen Muhammad combined for the tackle. This will bring up 3rd down.
And here's 2 scores within the district of interest, Mark. You take a look at the 5-yard gain up the middle. You're looking at Brownsville Veterans Memorial with a surprising 24-7 lead over Westaco East in the 3rd quarter. And the McAllen Bulldogs with a comeback are up 23-14 over the Donna Redskins.
Good game there at Benny LaPrade Stadium. Good game here as well as Reyna on 3rd down. Hits his man very close to the 1st down. It appears to be caught by Esquivel, but there is a flag down.
Another hard hit, Mark, and another timeout, an injury timeout. The Mustangs are really hitting hard.
Time out on the field. Third down. They still have it down as third down and 5. We'll have to see where they spot the ball. It's going to be very close to that first down marker. And we'll see what the flag is about as well. We'll see La Joya under head coach Maje Requenes in his 8th year. Team is 1-1 right now, looking to get back on the winning track after losing last week. We'll take a break. This is Football Night in McAllen.
Did you know when you bank with Lone Star National Bank, you're investing in your community? By creating jobs that stimulate our local economy, creating success that we share with our community. In fact, Lone Star National Bank donates more money and more volunteers to more causes than all other area banks combined. We do what the little banks can't, and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's Bank.
And back at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, Football Night at McAllen. During the break, we heard the referee, Caleb Cortez, announce offside on the Mustangs. Palmview takes the penalty, and the 5 yards is enough for a Lobos first down. So they got first down in Mustang territory now at the 48-yard line. And Reina's going to hand this off, kind of reverse to the right side. This is Chapa. Chapa up to the 43-yard line, a gain of 5.
And guess who made the tackle, Mark?
Mohammed once again.
Yep. And he's a safety, but he reminds me of a middle linebacker. He's all over the place. He's got a good nose for the football. Covers the field real quickly, and he comes up fast.
Yeah, good tackle there by Jalen. 9.5 to go in the third. Lobos on the move. They started at their 30. Still going here. Second down and 6. The Mustang 44. High backfield. They're going to hand this off to the fullback. That's Peña. Couldn't quite break through as Mustangs had a hold of his jersey and waiting for reinforcements before he's pushed back. I think it was Muhammad had a hold of his jersey.
And what makes Muhammad even better than Jalen is that he's always like 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Comes up quickly, and he's in on almost all the tackles.
9 minutes to blow in the third. And the Lobos 3 for 8 on third down. Facing a short 3rd and 4 here. Going to toss it right side. And that's Chapa trying to turn the corner. He does. Able to pick up the first down to about the 33-yard line. And the Lobos continue to move the football here in this third quarter.
Thanks to the other penalty that helped them get that first down here in the second half, Mark. They continue to roll, and it can go back to that play that Real made at the end of the first half to get a little bit of momentum on their side. They might not win this game, but at least it gives them a little lift to play good football that might carry on to the next district game.
Actually, gain of 8 as they hand this off up the middle. And it's Peña who's going to be stopped by Villarreal and Fuentes. Looks like no gain on that one.
Good strong tackle by Mark Villarreal.
It's actually going to be a loss of a yard.
Take a look at that play, Villarreal, and use his quickness to get into the backfield.
Reina, going to be a delayed handoff once again. This is Chapa. Chapa's going to be hit right after he passes the line of scrimmage. Several Mustangs in there, including Martinez and also Daniel De La Cruz.
Well, it's been a long game, Mark. And this is where your linemen begin to get tired, and this is where your depth comes into play.
Well, the Lobos have had it for 5 minutes and counting now, but now facing a formidable 3rd and 8 from the 32-yard line. Reina, again, going to hand it off up the middle. This is Chapa, hit behind the line, and maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be it. And he'll bring up fourth down and decision time here for the Lobos. Nice tackle there by the middle linebacker, Fuentes.
Fuentes is having a pretty good night. We've called his name several times.
So 4th and 9. I don't see the Lobos punter coming in. Actually, the punter is in there. It's Vidal, but he's going to line up wide to the right. And they'll be going for it here on 4th down and 9.
Look for Vidal.
And it's a high snap over Reyna's head. Has to chase it back. Misses the ball. It's still loose. And now Reyna falls on it. But it's going to be Mustang football anyway on a turnover on downs. And the Mustangs will have it actually in Lobo territory at the 49. So an awful ending to an otherwise promising drive there for the Lobos.
Even though it doesn't go down as a fumble mark, we never know. It's almost the same as a turnover.
Yeah, they had the ball 5 minutes and 58 seconds, but unable to generate any points. And a loss of 18 yards on that last play. So Mustangs on 1st and 10. Give it to Alanis Joya. Has a big hole in the secondary and more. He's at the 30. One man chasing. He's at the 10. And it's going to be pushed out near the goal line. They're going to say he's inside the 1 yard line.
Give us the touchdown.
48-yard run for Max Alanis Joy. By the way, that puts the Mustangs well over 300 yards for the evening. They're at 291, and after that 48-yard run, they're now at 339.
Great blocking on the left side by Las Dominguez and Alex Avila.
Sebastian Leal saving the touchdown. Maybe not for long. Silva under center, hands off, straight ahead. Alanis Joy goes in for the touchdown. His second of the game, and the Mustangs move ahead 39-9.
Devin Real and Taylor Williams, all this power, Alex Avila, Tomas, Julian, and then Carlos Rodriguez. Just powerful.
Mustangs coming out there a little bit late, but we still have 10 seconds on the delay clock. Extra point try, Silva. A high snap goes over him, picked up by Alanis Troy, looking to throw. Going to throw it toward the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Number 71 could have got that, but he knows he's not a receiver.
Yeah, Carlos Rodriguez, even if he had reached up and caught it as an ineligible receiver, it would not have counted. So the 2-point try is no good, and our score remains 39-9 with 5:26 to play in the third. Let's take another look at the touchdown. Alanis Joy's second score of the night, and the Mustangs with a commanding 30-point lead. We'll be back after this.
Did you know when you bank with Lone Star National Bank, you're investing in your community? By creating jobs that stimulate our local economy, creating success that we share with our community. In fact, Lone Star National Bank donates more money and more volunteers to more causes than all other area banks combined. We do what the little banks can't, and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's Bank.
And welcome back. Mark May with Mario Reyna, the rest of our MITV broadcast crew, directed by Matthew Macia. 39-9 our score. Tony Vidal back to receive, standing at his own 4-yard line for the Lobos. Alanis Joy ready to kick off. He's got 2 touchdowns tonight. He's had a big night. And here's the kick, going to be picked up at the 6-yard line. Vidal across the 20. A little juke and gets his way up to about the 29. And that's where the Lobos will start. So last time the Lobos had the football, they had it for nearly 6 minutes of play. Had it for 9 plays. And advanced all the way to the Mustang 33, but could not go any further.
And that's what mistakes do for you, and the Lobos have been doing that tonight. Have an opportunity to put up a possible 7 points. Instead, they give up 7, so it's a 14-point swing.
The Lobos at their 29. 5:18 to go in the third quarter. Reyna's going to go play action here and toss it to Pena out of the flat. breaks a tackle and has the first down across the 40 to the 43. Pick up a 14 yards, so a nice little play there for the Lobos.
One offensive player for the Lobos having a good night is Eddie Alonso, number 67. For Coach Gary Lauer to use that play more often.
Yeah, Peña with enough speed and enough power to break tackles, able to turn a short pass into a long gainer. There's a handoff. This looks like Peña once again fights his way up to about the 45. Going to bring up second down.
You know, I don't know if you recall this last year, Mark, but some of the La Joya schools they opted not to have a season. I mean, and the Lobos only played 3 games. So that has to affect you when you don't have a full season.
Yeah, with so many kids learning from home, many of them weren't able to hit the weight room as much as they would like. And here is this play is blown dead.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be an offensive penalty here.
And with the pandemic, who can blame parents that are...
Before the snap, false start, number 11 of the offense, be 5 yards, replay, second down.
Who can blame parents that caution on the side of safety?
Just the 4th penalty. We saw the catch made there by Peña, but it won't count. Lobos backed up to their 40. And now facing a second down and 13. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Shotgun snap. Reyna wants to throw. And incomplete. Intended for Vidal. On the coverage was Canales. Fuentes also in the area. And I'll bring up a long third down now. Lobos on third down, 4 for 10 tonight. Saw the replay there. Mustangs will go with a 5-man defensive front. Looks like they have a blitz. Fuentes is coming through. Lobos pick it up. And the pass, looks like they're going to count this as a catch. It'll be short of the first down, though. But a good catch there by Jorge Sanchez, the tight end. And a man draped all over him and still managed to bring that in for a gain of 9. So 4th down and 4. See what the Lobos do here. Imagine they'll go for it here. No, they don't. They're putting in their punting unit. And Vidal back in the punt formation. No rush. Vidal, nice high punt. It's going to take a Mustang bounce. It looks like it'll be killed at the 28-yard line. 5th punt of the night by the Lobos. And the Mustangs will be in business on the 28. 2:48 to play in the third.
And into quarterback for this series of downs. This time around, J.P. Cortez. Giving Derek Silva a break.
Last time the Mustangs had it, it was just a 2-play drive for a touchdown. J.P. Cortez in their quarterback. They hand us off a short run there for running back, number 22, Jerry Rodriguez. He was the one was the mystery player in the first half, but Jerry Rodriguez, a backup running back, getting some action here tonight.
Rodriguez, huh?
He gets gain of 2 up to the 30-yard line.
So what is Mo Patterson thinking? Basically what happened to Coach Robert Flores yesterday when he was big up. You try to get some first downs, give some your backups a little playing time.
A lot of players getting some actions tonight. Here's Rodriguez again on the toss. Breaks a tackle, first down. Taking off down the left sideline. Cuts inside at the 30. Picks up a downfield block. There's a flag down as Rodriguez goes into the end zone for an apparent touchdown of 70 yards. And it might be coming back.
Might be a spot foul.
Yeah, the flag's at the 20.
We like to take a look at this replay because it's going to be a hit in the back. But once again, the official was right there. But what a nice run, wow. Electrifying. Made some beautiful cuts.
Yeah, great running instincts there by Rodriguez. Determined running, broke some tackles.
And it is not a spot foul.
Well, the flag was way down at the 20-yard line. But yeah, this looks like it's coming way, way back.
During the play, block below the waist, number 4 of the offense will be 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Second out.
Not a block in the back.
Well, Addison and where the flag came down and where the penalty may have occurred, very different places. And we see this magnificent run once again by Rodriguez. There's the flag.
The official was right there. So that wiped out a big, beautiful run. A highlight reel type run.
It's a net loss of 6 yards on the play, so it wipes out a 70-yard touchdown run. Mustangs up to 90 yards in penalties now. Now facing a 2nd and 14. This will be a sweep to the right side. Big hole here. And a big run all the way up to midfield. That's Castillo. Gets the first down, and the Mustangs have it all the way up to the 50-yard line of a 26-yard run.
That blocking has
sideline warning, Palmview. Result of the play is the first down.
Pounding, everybody blocking.
Castillo signals first down there very casually. He gets up. He's had a big night.
He's got way over 100 yards.
You can see Cortez line up wide to the right side. Sebastian Cortez, that is. JP Cortez will be under center. And you've got Rodriguez and Castillo in the backfield with the wing left. Now hand this off straight ahead. This is Rodriguez. Turns his way forward to about the 43. Gain of 7.
Here's Rodriguez also beginning to see him a little bit more often in this game. Also an impressive running back.
Cortez looking over toward the home sideline as the Mustang coaches signal in the play.
His brother bringing in the play. Wonder they talk to each other and ask, what are we going to eat tonight?
High school kids always talk about food at any time they can, don't they? Got a wing left with De La Cruz in the wing. Cortez rollout left. Looking for someone downfield, can't find anybody, and is finally going to be sacked by Estiel Munoz, the linebacker. And that'll bring up a long third down.
That's a mistake by JP Cortez. I mean, he's trying. He is a junior. He's young. Trying to get something going, but once you hold on to the ball too much, they're going to get you. And since he's outside the hash marks, I think he can throw it away. And he'll be okay, and he avoids the loss.
Cute little Mustang fans there as we reach the end of the third quarter. 39-9 is our score. And we're going to stay here for the fan cam. So, start of the fourth quarter, teams have switched ends. Here's Castillo, tossed right side into Lobos territory to about the 42-yard line before he's brought down by Munoz and a couple of his teammates. Got all the penalty yardage back, but this will bring up fourth down.
Boy, this kid is fast, Mark, isn't he? He hits the hole quickly, and his feet are going. The Mustangs are definitely going to go for it with a 4th and 2.
Mustangs 2 for 2 on fourth down tonight. JP Cortez in there at quarterback. The And this off right side, fullback lead block, and it's Rodriguez. Fights his way up for the first down across the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
On the stop, number 5, Daniel Gian.
Gain of 5 on 4th down and 3.
First down for the Mustangs.
A little while, Mark, I'm going to go to what I usually do in the fourth quarter, go to our Facebook and see if we can send out some shout-outs to some of the fans for Memorial Mustangs and also for the Palmview Lobos.
So fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. The drive began with just under 3 minutes to play in the third. They continue going here. Big hole here for Rodriguez. Picks up a couple of blocks and is into the secondary down to the 23-yard line. And it's going to be another Mustang first down. 14-yard pickup there. The Mustangs now closing in on 400 yards rushing for the night.
Laura Luna says, let's go Stangs.
Mustangs putting on a show for homecoming.
Lupi Cortez Zamora says, happy 40th, Stangs.
JP Cortez with the wing left. Going to hand this off. This is a reverse to the right side for Goodson. Has room. He's at the 10. Nobody there. A flag comes down as Goodson goes in for an apparent Mustang touchdown. 23-yard run. This might be coming back.
It's not a might, Mark. It's coming back. Anytime you see two flags from two different officials, they saw the same thing. And I don't know they needed to do that. So that's something Coach Moses Patterson, you know he's going to be talking about those careless.
During the run, holding one of the offense, 10 yards from the spot of foul.
Because I guess the top teams in this district, you cannot afford to do that. There's a pancake up there, the right side.
I think the holding occurred off the screen there. But it helps bring Goodson for the touchdown, and so that comes back. It's a spot foul, so the ball ends up at the 22. It's actually a gain of a yard for the Mustangs.
Alicia Limon says, congratulations, felicidades.
So they have the first down back, but it's 1st and 9, and this is going to get bottled up behind the line as the Palmview Lobos were all ready for that. It was a handoff to Rodriguez.
And that's what penalties do to you, Mark. It throws your rhythm off.
Tackles by Guillen and Munoz. So the first man there was Guillen, the linebacker.
Guillen having a good night. Look for him to have some district honors at the end of the season.
So second down, 14. Mustangs the split backfield. And Cortez going to go play action here. Can't find anybody. Now we'll throw it. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete. Flag comes down. This might be interference. Eric Rodriguez, the intended target. Pass broken up by Sebastian Liad.
And this time around, Mark, JP Cortez did not hold on to the ball. Spotted a receiver open up the field.
Still says 2nd and 14 as the officials talk this over. Next game for Memorial, they'll be at Brownsville and Lopez next Friday the 17th, 7 o'clock kickoff at Sam's Memorial Stadium.
That was a good shot of the officials working together, Mark, to make
there are multiple fouls on the play.
And that's why
we have a personal foul, roughing the passer, number 5 of the defense. We have silent interference on the McAllen Memorial sideline. Those penalties are all set.
How do you get sideline interference, Mark? It must have been the coaches were too much close to the field.
That's usually what it means. I mean, over the course of the game, it's easy for coaches and players to kind of step forward just a little bit, a few inches at a time, before you realize that you're standing on that sideline. And there's actually, the large white area forms kind of a buffer to keep them several yards off the sideline. So, as a precautionary move to prevent injuries. So the penalty's offset. The Mustangs will have the down back. 2nd and 14. They're going to run this with Castillo. Pick up a block downfield. Castillo picks up a broken tackle, moves down the sideline, and is in there for the touchdown. And Castillo has the hat trick, his 3rd touchdown of the night. And the Mustangs move in front 45-9. Great block by Carlos Rodriguez, number 71, to help spring him along that sideline.
Yes, good point on that. Carlos Rodriguez, if you take a look at the replay.
Yeah, look at for number 71 in front of Castillo here. Right there. That kind of a seal block.
Rodriguez also the tight end with a nice block.
And Goodson with a block downfield. And Castillo, determined to stay in bounds, goes in for his 3rd score of the night. It's a 27-yard run to go with a 65-yard run and a 23-yard run. So a big night for Castillo and the Mustangs. We'll be right back. Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Performance Therapeutics, and Lone Star Bank, and so many other businesses who have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you. And we're back. It's 45-9 is the score. We had an official's timeout, so they have not attempted the extra point try yet. 8.5 to play in the game. Mustangs well in front. At 27-0 after the first quarter, 33-9 at the halftime. And now after this extra point try is good. They go up 46-9. Got a new kicker out there. That's a Jorge Castillo able to hit the extra point.
What's going on with the fans, Mark? I haven't seen them lately. Oh, there they are.
Speak no further. We've got the fan cam out. That little young man in the Superman shirt having a good time here tonight. Lots of fans. Also want to congratulate our homecoming king and queen, Marcos de la Cruz and Via Zamora from Memorial High School.
I'm inviting the Mustang fans and the Lobos fans to go to our Facebook. Send us some messages, especially if you're from out of town. I know Vivian de las Estames is not from out of town. She says, way to go, Mustangs. Vivian always a long-time Mustang fan, being that she is a former teacher. How about those?
Yeah, there we got some spirited fans right in front of the press box.
I wonder if he'll be able to do that late in October when we get a cold front.
Yeah, sometimes you see kids doing it at soccer games, and soccer's a winter sport. Sometimes you get some really cold games in January and February.
It shows you how fantastic our camera crews are. They can find good shots all the time.
Maybe Castillo to take the kickoff here. It's going to be high, a little bit short. Going to be fielded at the 16-yard line. Back they come across the 25, and Peña is thrown down. At about the 27-yard line. On the tackle was Isaiah Alvarado, senior for the Mustangs. Mustangs up 46-9. With just 8.5 minutes to play, that scoring drive, 72 yards, 9 plays. Castillo, 27-yard run for the touchdown. Mustangs have had the ball only twice in the second half. They put touchdowns on the board both times. So, starting at the 28-yard line, Lobos will give it a sweep here to Chapa across the 30. And he'll be stopped there to bring up a second down. On the tackle was number 14, Adrian Garza. I think Mark Didial, the defensive tackle, also in there on that stop after the 4-yard pickup.
Chapa continues to work hard. Under
8 minutes to play in the game now. Palmview still fighting hard, trying to build some momentum for next week. Got 3 receivers to the right side. They're going to go sweep right to the right side of the field. But Chapa unable to turn that corner. Diego Nelson was right there. And then got some reinforcements from Adrian Garza and Edgar Zamora.
Diego has been very impressive the last 3 weeks. And let's give credit to the Lobo fans. Most of those are students. You're excited there on the screen. Good spirit, Mark. They're down 46-9, but they're still excited.
Third down and 8 right now for the Lobos. So just 4 for 11 on third down tonight. As Reyna wants to throw, is going to unleash this one deep and incomplete, intended for Vidal.
Good throw by Reyna. That's rare. Vidal was actually open.
That was open on a little flat route. Let's take another look here. This is kind of hard pass for Reyna too. It's rolling out to his left. He's got to turn his shoulders all the way so he can throw it with his right hand. And Vidal unable to bring that one in. On the coverage for the Mustangs was Zamora. And on fourth down and 8, the Lobos will bring in the punting unit. Palmview elects to call a timeout. That'll be their first of the half. We're midway through the fourth quarter. Score 46-9 in favor of the Mustangs. We'll take a break. Back with more football night in McAllen after this. Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Performance Therapeutics, and Lone Star Bank, and so many other businesses who have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you. And we're back there. We see the Mustang cheerleaders under the direction Coach Pete Ramirez. Took them to the national championships last year. I think they were in the top 15 in the country. And here's a good return here on the punt by Muhammad. Jalen Muhammad takes it all the way into Lobo territory to the 47. A return of about 20 yards.
Brought down by number 5, Daniel Joya.
So the Mustangs will start off at the La Joya 47-yard line with 6:45 to play in the game.
47-yard line.
Ian had the tackle here. Muhammad taking a big hit there right at the end.
Finally had a chance to see Muhammad punt return, and he shows you that if you give him enough opportunities, I think he'll take one this year back.
5-man defensive front. Silva's going to toss this to the running back, who runs ahead up to about the 41-yard line. That's Elizondo on the carry.
On the stop, number 5, Daniel Joya.
That'll be a 6-yard pickup for the Mustangs. And the clock will continue to run. By the way, Mustangs over 400 yards for the night. They're 419 now. As last week against McAllen, they also went over 400 yards on the ground.
You know, it's one thing that everybody knows, they love to run. Nothing, nobody, all the defensive coordinators in the district know that, Mark, but they're hard to stop.
Yeah, knowing it's one thing, stopping it's certainly another. They give this to Rodriguez, and he surges forward and then takes a huge hit there by Gian.
Gian has been impressive all night long for the Lobos. Then Gian, expect him to have some all-district honors, just like a lot of the offensive linemen for the Mustangs.
By the way, Mustangs picked up a first down there. Clock at 5.5 to play. Mustangs trying to grind out the clock as Elizondo takes it, turns the corner, does the 30, picks up another block at the 20, still running down the sideline, and has a touchdown for the Mustangs. And how about that? And Elizondo, the senior, doing some backup duty tonight and making himself a shining star. Gets on the scoreboard, and the Mustangs are over 50 points for the game.
He's ready. Head coach Moses Patterson, offensive coordinator Tivo Gonzalez know that, hey, give me an opportunity. I can make things happen, and that's what Harry and Elizondo did, the senior.
Cheerleaders like that. Two-time state champions, by the way. Memorial cheerleaders. The extra point is up and good by Jorge Castillo. And the Mustangs lead it a score of 53 to 9 as we take another look at the touchdown by Elizondo. This is a 36-yard run for a score. Watch his determination to stay in bounds here in the last 10 yards. Mustangs continue on their stampede. We'll be back. Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Performance Therapeutics, and Lone Star Bank, and so many other businesses who have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you. Back here for football night at McAllen. Mark May with Mario Reyna. 53 to 9 our score. The Mustangs. It's been all Mustangs tonight. They led 27 to nothing after one. 33 to 9 at the break. And 39 to 9 heading to the fourth. They've since added 2 more touchdowns here in this fourth quarter and lead it now by 44 points. The Mustangs will kick off. This will be Castillo to do the honors. This is going to be kind of a line drive, going to be fielded at about the 12 by Villarreal. Has room at the 20. Nice little move at the 30 and fights his way up to about the 34-yard line. So the Mustang scoring drive, 3 plays, 47 yards. Elizondo, a 36-yard run for the capper that makes it 53 to 9.
I'd like to say shout out to a good friend, Andy Rodriguez, longtime coach over there on the Memorial side. He likes to express and say a good job on the offensive and defensive side, and well said by Andy Rodriguez, who was a heck of a football player himself back in the day with the McAllen Bulldogs.
Reyna, quick step drop, fires to Villarreal. Villarreal can't bring it in, and then it's broken up by Angel Rivera, the defender.
So what do we have next week lined up here at McAllen ISD TV?
Well, our webcast, if you see it, look at that replay, the incomplete pass of our webcast will feature the Mackay Bulldogs Friday the 17th. Bulldogs will be at home. I believe they take on the same La Joya Palmview team. Excuse me, that's going to be Brownsville Veterans Memorial. That's who they'll play. So we see another incompletion. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
And that's a pretty good team, Mark.
Yeah, that'll be the Chargers from Veterans Memorial. Come in here to DQ Fan Field and take on the Mackay Bulldogs.
I did not expect them to be beating Westaco East, but they are in the third quarter.
I think both Mackay and Veterans Memorial winning tonight, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
3rd down and 10. Flag goes down, and they're going to whistle this dead. It's a false start against La Joya Palmview.
Before the snap, false start, number 11 of the offense, 5 yards, replay, 3rd down.
That'll be the 5th penalty tonight against the Lobos.
In the fourth quarter, Mackay, actually it became a final. Mackay defeated Donna 26-14, and also a final. Brownsville Veterans Memorial defeating Westaco East 24-17.
Wow. So East came back a little bit there. They were down, 24-7, I think, at one point?
Correct.
But the Chargers come away with that victory. Bulldogs improving to 2-1 with their win tonight. 3rd down and 15 here And Reina's going to do a wraparound draw, but the Mustangs ready for that, and they're going to be all over Jose Sierra and hit him for just a short gain, maybe even a loss.
Here's another score. Edinburgh Bella 24-0 over PSJ North. It shows you why they are the #1 team in the valley.
Let's see, it was number 54. That's Mark Vidal, who's had a big game tonight. Made the first contact to bottle him up. It's going to be the punting unit out there for the Lobos. Clock running at under 4.5 to play. Vidal with some pressure, able to get that off. And picked up by Jaden Muhammad at the 30-yard line. Has room at the 40, bounces off a would-be tackler up to the 47-yard line. And the Mustangs will start from there with 4:10 to play in the game. They'll probably be looking to see if they can run the clock out. The Muhammad brothers we see right there coming off the field. That's Jaden on your left and Jalen on your right. Just terrific athletes. They both are stars in basketball, and then of course in football we see them on defense and special teams, and they also occasionally will do some spot duty on the offense. Very versatile athletes. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They're throwing 48. JP Cortez hands this off up the middle. Run up to about the 44-yard line. This is into Lobos territory. I think it's a new ball carrier in there. That's 29, Brandon Espinosa. Oh, excuse me, 28, Espinosa.
And Mark, tomorrow isn't there a big volleyball game, inter-district, within the McAllen ISD, I believe?
Yeah, tomorrow is Mackay and Nicky Rowe.
Oh, those are always
That'll be
exciting.
at Pro Gym at noon. That'll be a real good game. So all the way to the La Joya 44, pickup of 8 on the play. And Mustangs with a 2nd and 2 now. Just trying to run the clock out. 3.5 to go. Cortez hands this off. And that's going to be Espinosa again, who picks up the first down. Had his momentum stopped, and so they blow it dead. And he's going to pick up another 5 yards to the La Joya Palmview 39. Mustangs closing in a little bit on 500 yards rushing for tonight. Still need about 27 yards to get there.
This is a big stat game for the Mustangs, so we put them probably as the #1 offense in the district.
Under 3 minutes to play in the game. Both teams, Memorial has all 3 of their timeouts. Palmview has 2 timeouts. I don't think we'll see another team take a timeout. As we see Rodriguez get the toss in the backfield, that's not going to go anywhere. Big play there by the defensive lineman, Hector Avendano. Just a sophomore crashing through to pull him down for a loss all the way back to the 43.
Good job by Avendano, still playing hard.
2:15 to go, and the delay clock at 18 seconds.
The Mustangs are slowing down, making sure that they snap the ball with about 1 or 2 seconds on the game clock. Excuse me, on the clock.
Yeah, the delay clock. Or play clock. Well, Cortez going to toss this to the left side. Mustangs protecting the football there. And that's another carry there for Espinosa.
They got to give credit. We won't see it on a replay, but Alejandro Avila still playing offensive line. He got a pancake, and after the pancake, he was nice enough to pick up the young. It was on top of the screen. After he got the pancake, he picked him up.
The pancake, for those who don't know, they call it a pancake block when you literally, what is a pancake? It's flat. So when you flatten your opponent, they call that a pancake.
That's what the offensive linemen live for.
They even keep stats on it, pancake blocks. Timeout called by Memorial. That stops the clock with about 2 minutes to go. And Mustangs wanting to take a quick break here. They got some new faces in there, so probably a little bit of confusion. A lot of people getting their first varsity experience here this evening, especially on this drive.
Those are the kids that will probably be starting next year.
Next game for Palmview. Next week they'll be at home at La Joya Stadium, taking on the Donna Redskins. That'll be a Thursday night game on the 16th. For the Mustangs, you can see their complete schedule there. Next week they're on the road at Brownsville to take on the Lopos. So they'll be playing the Lobos team 2 weeks in a row, Palmview and Lopos. Then the big game here, September 24th. That's a Friday. Nicky Rowe against Memorial. Two juggernauts that will
Two
collide.
good offenses. One that likes to throw the ball and the other one that likes to run the ball.
That old beautiful moon there tonight. What nice soft orange glow. Imagine Longhorn fans would enjoy that. So 3rd down and 11. And Cortez going to toss this right side to Rodriguez. Doesn't have much room. Gain to about 2 yards to the 38. Now to bring up 4th down. They'll probably go for it as we're just under a minute to play. Actually, it looks like they're going to bring on the punting unit. So Rodriguez, first action we've seen from him this year, and he's had a stellar night. Had an apparent 70-yard touchdown run that got caught back, but still an impressive run. De La Cruz in there, the homecoming king tonight. It looks like he's going to be in there for punting duties. Back to receive will be Bial, standing at his own 10-yard line. Just the punt by De La Cruz. And Lobos will not try to play it. It's going to be killed inside the 20 at about the 17 with 19 seconds left. So probably one more play will do it. Let me give you the touchdown totals here for the Mustangs. Castillo with 3 touchdowns tonight. Runs of 65 yards, 23 yards, and 27. Alanis Joy, he had 2 touchdowns tonight. One a 34-yarder, another was a 1-yarder, but it was set up by a 48-yard run right before that he had. Marcos De La Cruz, a 46-yard run for a touchdown. Eric Rodriguez got a 20-yard touchdown pass from Derek Silva. And then Arion Elizondo, 36-yard touchdown run here in this second half. Mustangs have played an excellent defensive game, holding the Lobos to just 30 yards rushing as they hand it off here. Looks like it's going to be no gain. Lobos did have 143 yards passing, so 173 total yards for them. For the Mustangs, 472 yards rushing and 505 yards of total offense for them, and that's the final play. And there's the horn. Game is over. Mustangs have won their second straight game, improving to 2-0 in district play, 2-1 overall on the season. And for La Joya Palmview, they fall to 1-2 with their second straight loss. They're 0-2 in district play, having lost to Nicky Rowe last week and now to another McAllen team, the Mustangs, here this week. Our final score, Mustangs 53, La Joya Palmview 9. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week as the Mackay Bulldogs take on Brownsville Veterans Memorial, and that'll be at 7 o'clock on Friday the 17th. We'll see you for that one. Good sportsmanship by these two teams. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, and the rest of our MITV crew, our director, Mathieu Maciel. We'll see you next time. This is Football Night in McAllen.